Hello, my loved ones. Today I'd like to share with you something that came to me as I was in the middle of a full yoga session for the first time in a very long time. And it felt like a download telling me, here is your answer. So, for a very long time now, I've made it a habit to do some sort of breathing and stretching technique right before bed, even if it's just one technique. And that's something I developed ever since I got really deep into yoga and then ending up almost completely cutting it out from my life. And then some days I would do 2 or 3 poses, and I would try to do 3 poses, 2 poses, and then many days I wouldn't do it at all. So I decided to settle down for at least 1 pose per night before bedtime. But more recently, I decided to go back, I decided to do this full yoga session. I've been wanting for a long time to go back doing full yoga sessions instead of just 1 or 2 techniques. And I've been wishing, and then one night I was like, why am I just wishing? I have all the time, I'm free, I have time, I can do it. And I decided to just do it rather than, because I don't feel like it, rather than just, chilling as I go to bed. So I decided to go for it, and as I was in the middle of it, this came to me, this one different practice, and I find it to be really transformational, and that's what I want to share with you. And I know for many of you, yoga is more of a morning or an afternoon kind of thing, but you would be amazed of how transformational yoga is before bedtime. Even that one technique, even without this new practice that came to me, even just breathing and stretching. Because to me, what I'm talking about is meditative yoga. Yoga to me is not just about stretching my muscles and body, but it's my connection point. It's what helps me connect to myself, to my body, to my higher self, to my energy or essence, even to the collective energy, as you harmonize yourself with these universal patterns, which are called poses, you really get into a deep trance-like state of mind, in a high brainwave state of mind. And so it's completely transformational. Even on my worst days, even if I just had an argument right before bed, just doing one breathing and stretching technique, you stretch your body in one way or another as you breathe, as you focus and connect with your breath and connect with your movement, connect with yourself through that technique. That completely eliminates the worst days. That completely eliminates, whatever argument you just had. Whether it's, you just had an argument before bed, or whether you just had an outbreak of negative emotions or thoughts, doing that one practice before bed, it helps me not take whatever I've experienced with me to bed. And that's what really matters. What really matters is what you take to sleep, because that's what you radiate as a soul. That's what you really submerge into your subconscious. And so not taking that to bed would help, make the status quo of what you experienced before bed or during that whole day not linger into the next morning. So you would wake up the next morning, rather than waking up anxious or sad or mad or resentful or in fear, scared. You would wake up with those emotions much less intense based on what you've experienced the previous night or the previous day. And so it helps you surrender and let go and naturally accept. And that's what I'm coming to. But this new practice, it's about acceptance. As you are in your meditative yoga practice, even if it's just one technique that you're gonna do, include acceptance, include conscious acceptance of what has happened during this whole day, and make it a habit and see how it transforms your life. So get yourself, sit yourself down, get yourself still or stretched and breathing, get yourself calm and peaceful, and then think about everything you've experienced during that day. Think about all of the problems that happened during that day. Even if, no matter how much you've betrayed yourself, You've done the things you said you wouldn't do. You've broken routine. You've broken a habit. You've done something you did not want to do. No matter what it is, get yourself to humbly accept it. Get yourself to, acknowledge that you are just a human. Acknowledge that your human experience would, of course, influence your spiritual experience. That it's okay to do mistakes. It's okay to go wrong. You're trying. You know that you're trying. Tell yourself all of those things. Even speak it out loud. I accept. I surrender to whatever happened and I accept it. Because I acknowledge myself. I acknowledge my true nature. And I know that I'm my best version already. I'm trying to be, at least. So it does not matter, even if you break a promise, even if you hurt yourself or you hurt something, even if you do some sort of self-sabotaging practice, get yourself to accept it. Apologize. Talk with someone if that would help you. Apologize to someone if that would help you. Apologize to yourself. That's a form of self-love, Pat yourself on the shoulder. Be that person for yourself. And as you do that, you take to bed nothing you've experienced during that day. No matter how bad that day was, no matter how negative it was, doing that acceptance, conscious acceptance, it makes it out to seem as if you have chosen to experience every moment of that day consciously, willingly. And that means that you are living an intentional life. That your life is going exactly as you want it to go. And guess what? The next morning, you wake up with whatever problems you had the previous day, non-existent. It's not just way less intense. It's not there. If you really get yourself to accept whatever whatever have happened, whatever life did to you, whatever anyone else did to you, whatever you did to yourself, if you get to yourself, find your way, whatever it is for you, through one way or another, whatever would help you accept whatever had happened, do that and get yourself to accept it and see what happens the next morning. Now, when you wake up, when you do that and you go to bed, you take to your sleep the vibration, the frequency of experiencing exactly what you wanted to experience. Because if you accept everything, then nothing that has happened is non-intentional. Nothing that happened during that day is something that you don't want. You did not experience any adversities throughout that entire day. And that means you're resonating with that frequency. That means that you're taking to bed the frequency of fulfillment. That everything in this whole day happened exactly as I wanted to happen. And carry that out long enough, maintain that long enough, and now you have a momentum, a whole slate of your days going exactly as you want them, a whole momentum of fulfillment and gratitude, because acceptance awakens gratitude. I don't even have to tell you this. Living in conscious acceptance, carrying out your life as if you have chosen every living moment you've experienced, that would of course make you very grateful for life. And then you build the momentum of this, and then you start attracting more and more days that go exactly as you want them to go, that go exactly in your favor, that everything worked out perfectly through that entire day. Because as you accept, you'll start feeling as if you've been choosing your life and it's been happening, as if you have been creating your life, because you are in full acceptance, conscious acceptance of what has happened. And as you vibrate more on that, as you keep feeling that, it means that each and every day is perfect for you. And you get in complete harmony with your life and complete acceptance. And that gets you to a breakthrough. As you build that momentum, you're gonna be building up for a breakthrough, for a complete shift in your reality towards the direction of fulfillment and bliss, whatever that is for you, towards the direction of your dream reality. You would be building up for that over and over, day by day, because you got yourself to consciously accept your day as it happened. And I want you to try this. I want you to really try it. Get yourself to meditatively accept your day before bedtime, because what really matters is what you take with you to sleep. That's really what gets submerged into your energy. That's what gets infused in your energy, that frequency, when you are asleep, when you are a delta, when you're no longer an ego, when you're just a spirit, that's what really matters, and that's building momentum towards your dream reality. And for those of you who have stayed this long and watched this whole video, I love you so much, and I love sharing this with you. And I know that I look like a baby with my hair and beard gone, but it's still the same old me. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AF's Conscious Frequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.